Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
To set the preferences for billing and expenses, click the gear and then select the Company Settings link under the Settings heading. This action will open the Settings menu. From the tabs along the left-hand side, click Expenses to open the preference menu for billing and expenses. Click on Bills and Expenses to open that menu. Your first option is a checkbox to show items table on expense and purchase forms. This will allow you to itemize your products or services on purchase orders and expense forms. The next checkbox, Track Expenses and Items by Customer, will add a customer column to expense forms and purchase orders. This will allow you to track expenses by customer. Next is a Make Expenses and Items Billable checkbox. This will add a billable column to purchase orders and expense forms. A subsection contains a checkbox to mark up with a default rate of and a text box to specify a specific percentage. This will allow you to automatically mark up expenses that are billable if you choose to do so. The next checkbox is to track billable expenses and items as income and contains two radio buttons as subsections. They are in a single account and in multiple accounts. If you select the In Multiple Accounts option, a Use for Billable Expenses checkbox will be added to an account's edit screen within the chart of accounts. The final checkbox option is to charge sales tax. This option will turn on sales tax by default for billable expenses and items. To charge sales tax on billable expenses, you have to have sales tax turned on for all sales. The final option in the Bills and Expenses menu is the default bill payment terms. This option has a drop-down box that, when clicked, will display Add New as the only option. Click Add New to open a new term menu. This menu contains a name text box that will allow you to set a name for your payment term, for example, Net 30. The first option is due in a fixed number of days, followed by a text box to enter the default number of days. There is also a due by certain day of the month option with a text box for the day of the month. Under Due by certain day of the month, you can also choose Due the next month if issued within, with a text box for number of days of due date. The final option is a checkbox to apply discount if paid early. Checking this box opens a text box for the percent and if paid within blank number of days. This will allow you to apply a discount if the bill is paid early. For example, 10% if paid within 10 days. You can then click the Save button to save your terms, which will then appear in the drop-down menu in the future. You can then click the Save button to complete the Bills and Expenses menu, and then click the Done button to close the window.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.